Hey, what's going on? This is Andre from AndreSanders.net. Repetition is how we learn best. And this is something that I picked up on listening to Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad show and his website, richdad.com, which is a free site for you to set up an account. And it has so much good information in there. But he mentioned that about several times throughout his show when he does have his radio show. It's more of a podcast as well. And he says, he mentions that as far as repetition, because he's like, yeah, the reason why we save it on our archives, talking about his Rich Dad Company, is so people can go back and listen to some of the replay recordings of it, because as he mentioned, you might be able to pick up on something that you might have missed. No different than, let's say, if you wanted to go read a book, read the same book several times, you usually pick up something newer from the previous time that you read it, or even let's say if you're working out, you're doing so many reps so you can get used to it. As far as your body getting used to the movements of it. You see this a lot too in sports, whatever sport it is. I know personally in playing a game of football, doing so many reps same time, so it's almost like it's pretty much second nature for the body to just get used to just making those movements to wherever you're trying to go. Maybe taking the steps, taking your right steps, or maybe you're trying to just saying the right motion as far as maybe catching the football or even snapping the football as the center. So whatever, again, it depends on whatever the sport, but the thing is, that's why you see so many different reps, and that's the reason why you have practice, so your body can just get used to making that motion time and time again. And again, that's just how we learn best as human beings, doing it over and over again. And, it's sad to say, too, that sometimes you can also do repetitions of doing the wrong thing so many times as well. So something to keep in mind with is, as far as, you're trying to do something right, that's the reason why you do so many reps as well, to, again, just get your body in the habit, again, into the motion of doing it correctly, maybe where we're trying to go. So something to really keep in mind, but it's very true. It really is true. I mean, you see that, too, in schools as far as, if your kids just starting out, too, use just something as simple as writing. Just something simple, just to write their name, and just practice that motion time and time again. So again, repetition is always used out through our lives, no matter what age. But again, and it's very true. It's how we learn. So again, if you want to just learn something new, it takes a handful of times just doing that repetition over and over again to just get that body in motion, maybe get that mind in motion to, again, like I said earlier, to keep it in second nature. So interesting too. So hearing that from going back to Kiyosaki, coming back to a successful entrepreneur, as far as when he mentions repetition, this is how we learn best, and isn't it true? Because that will never change. So something to keep in mind with, and if you got value for what we shared here, I'd love to read your comments below, or like I said, this video. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.